Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Obviously, the news that has taken the world by storm, not just the gaming world, but certainly impacting the gaming world, are these tariffs. Now, I am not a channel covering politics or anything like that. I'ma stick to gaming. I'ma stick to the wheelhouse that I know. But I do want to let you guys know that it might not be a bad time to just grit your teeth and, just order a gaming PC if you've been looking to get one. Either that or get the parts for a gaming PC with everything going on. Obviously, we won't know the direct ramifications of this for a little while, but you're already seeing it with people buying certain things up that are going to be impacted by these tariffs. And again, we don't know exactly what are going to be the direct ramifications as far as price points going up, but I did want to highlight a couple of pre-built gaming computers on Amazon that I think might be worthwhile to look at. Obviously, the pre-built gaming market, gaming PC market, has been something that has been dissected for years and years, going back to when I started on YouTube. I feel like the market has gotten better, and some people just don't want to build a PC. I'm not here to debate, oh, you should build a PC, you should buy a PC. Guys, I've been building PCs for north of a decade. I've been building PCs longer than I think most people watching my channel have been PC gaming. I was there fairly early on, not to come across like an old man, but you know, I'm in my late 20s now. I built my first PC when I was like 14 years old. So obviously, like, I get it. Building a PC, there's fun and all that. Some of you guys are older. You don't want to mess around. You don't want to build a PC. So I want to give you guys some pre-built options. Now, I would say that right now with how the landscape is, if you're spending anything less than $1,000, like, it just ain't gonna fly anymore, and the value isn't really there. If you're looking to get into PC gaming and you're looking to get the most bang for your buck, honestly, like, north of 1,400, 1,300, that's where a lot of the value is. If you're going south of that price point, there is this little thing called the PS5 Pro that's out. However, let's be honest, PC gaming is going to offer you a lot more versatility, a bigger library of games, so on and so forth. But, yeah, gaming PCs are awesome, but, from a value standpoint, you might have to pay a little bit more. If you are really adamant of going south of $1,000, the best option that I am seeing is the Skytech Shadow gaming PC with a Ryzen 5 5600 and an RX 6600. That's an 8GB GPU, 1TB SSD, and 16GB of DDR4 RAM. Can that run games that are coming out? Absolutely. If you adjust the resolution, adjust your frame rate expectations, and adjust the settings accordingly, that can run games that are coming out. It's just there are some limiting factors here. The 8GB of VRAM is going to be a limiting factor, and ideally you would like to get 32 gigs of RAM, but at south of $1,000, having 16 gigs of RAM is obviously totally fine. You've got a 650-watt gold power supply that's noted here as well. Again, this is if you want to go south of $1,000, this isn't a bad option. The 6600 is a little bit behind of the RTX 4060 by what I can see, and you're paying a little bit less than an RTX 4060 equivalent PC. So this is the cheapest option I would go. $849.99 on that as of the recording of this video. $1,100 will get you the CyberPowerPC Gamer Master Gaming PC. I wouldn't even recommend this, to be perfectly honest, but there aren't a lot of great options at a lower price point. This one has an RTX 4060 Ti as well as a Ryzen 7 8700. Looking at the 4070 gaming PCs, it's just, you're not getting a lot of value in terms of what's offered. $1,400 for the Skytech Gaming Shiva isn't all too bad, but again, that's $1,400. When you're getting to that threshold, I would be looking at something more in line with a higher end build, and this one has 16 gigs of RAM. There's some limiting factors when you're going at $1,400, but I'll leave a link to that as well. So you've got an $1,100 option there, a $1,400 option there, and then if you do want to spend $1,650, the Skytech Azure gaming PC with a Ryzen 7 7700X 4.5 GHz, an RTX 5070, and a 1TB SSD, 32 gigs of RAM, which is really nice to have these days. $1,650 on that. So that's not all too bad of a pickup relative to what's available. But the 5070 will give you pretty good performance. I would probably stick to 1440p just so you get good performance on a lot of the games. And yeah, $1,650 on that. Now we're gonna go north of $2,000, and this is where things get a little interesting because you could go the AMD or the NVIDIA route. The AMD AMD route is going to give you a lot of value. I know some people don't want to mess around with AMD software, drivers, things of that nature. Personally, I've had a better experience with NVIDIA drivers, but that's going to be relative to when you did your gaming, really. But, you know, the value is certainly there for these AMD builds. The RX 9700 XT, Ryzen 7 9700X, Skytech Rampage gaming PC is $2,100, which for a high-end build, this is really, really good with what's offered in the 9070 XT. That's going to offer you a lot of performance, 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. That is an area where NVIDIA really, they tried to be a little slimy with that, to be honest, with how they structured the 5070, 5070 Ti, and the 5080, where you did have lesser VRAM, and that's going to be a very limiting factor. But 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 with a 9070 XT, that's a lot of value. And the fact that this is $2,100, a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD, 32 gigabytes of RAM as well. Like, this is a top level build if you're looking at game at 4K. This is going to do really, really well. And obviously, with the top level games, there's gonna be issues with whatever. It's hard to say every game is gonna run on this 4K 60 FPS because that's just not a reality. Games come out that are bad. You think Inzoi is gonna run at a solid 60 frames per second across the board? I mean, early access games come out, bad PC versions come out, etc., etc. But yeah, there's gonna be limiting elements, but this is a really, really solid build. For the price of $2,100, given that you're getting the factors that are really critical at high level gaming, 32 gigs of RAM, I think, is something that is essential at a higher level build. 16 gigabytes of VRAM, 2 terabytes is huge, to be perfectly honest. Like, 2 terabytes is a big, big deal to me. So yeah, this is a really solid build at $2,100, so I would definitely look at that. There's also the Stratos Micro Gaming Desktop PC. That's a 9070 XT, AMD Ryzen 7 9700X, 32 gigs of RAM, and 2 512 gigabyte NVMe SSDs. That's $2,249. The storage is a little wacky there, but yeah, $2,249 on that. And then if you are adamant of going the NVIDIA route, man, you got to spend quite a lot for an NVIDIA build that it might give you lesser performance than the AMD options as far as GPUs go. But the Skytech King with the RTX 5070 Ti, not even a 5080, with a Ryzen 7 9800X, 1 terabyte SSD, and then 32 gigs of RAM is $2,500. I really wouldn't be looking at that, but I thought I would give a mention to that. It's $2,700. The Skytech King 95, Ryzen 7 7700X, RTX 5080 with a 2 terabyte SSD, 32 gigs of RAM. I think that's going to be more in line, and notes an 850 watt gold power supply as well. But yeah, this will be a pretty solid build. I mean, a 5080 is a great GPU relative to other GPUs on the market and what is available. Like, I say great in the sense that it's going to do good performance, and obviously you're spending this kind of money, it better do good performance, but the AMD options are really looking better at a better price point as well. It's just, I know a lot of you guys have your preference to NVIDIA, you guys prefer the software, etc., etc., and software is a big deal, so keep that in mind as well. But $2,700 on that. Like I said, I just think going south of $1,000 on a gaming PC these days is not that great of an idea. If you're spending $700, $750, sure, it might be for what you want out of your gaming experience. It might be worthwhile. If you want to play a lot of older games, if you care about things like modding more than anything, and the PC gaming kind of suite of experiences that isn't totally tied to actually having the necessary hardware, but the ability to play games with a keyboard and mouse, the ability to have a back catalog of games, emulation, things like that, okay, then we can talk about a $700, $750 build. But if you're looking at price relative to performance, I think these days you do have to go a little bit higher end as far as how much money you're spending. Just the reality of the situation, and it could be very much a reality that these PCs are going to be even more expensive in a month or so. So I thought I would do this video. Again, I'm not the type of person to break down tariffs. I'm just talking about, you know, the gaming PCs and helping you guys get the best PCs that are available right now for your money. But that'll do it for me. Links to all of these in the description box below. They are Amazon affiliated, so if you buy anything, I do get a little bit of a kickback, which is much appreciated. But that'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.